What's good, YouTube? It's Mamba, back with another NBA 2K26 build video for y'all, man. And look, today I got a crazy build for y'all. I've been learning more about what you can do with the build after it's been created, as I've been leveling up in the season 7, as I've been increasing my overall. My highest overall build is a 93 right now, and now I think I understand how to maximize this builder on NBA 2K26. So this builder is going to have Jason Tatum as the #1 shade. So I'm going to call this builder Jason Tatum build, but I ain't going to let you know what the name of the build is just yet. We're going to wait till the end of the video on that. So if you want a build that can finish at an elite level, be shooting lights out, you'll be out there looking like Curry, you can dribble, you can get your own shot, you don't have to worry about needing teammates. This build can ISO all day, every day. A build that can play defense, lock down the ball handler, and also play defense on the inside, getting blocks. A build that can also rebound like a big, and a build that's got some speed too. Then this is definitely a build that you want to check out, man. So look, before I get into it, make sure you hit that like button, click that subscribe button, drop a comment for me, and we about to get into it. So what you want to do, what I did, I made this build at a power forward. You can probably make it at a small forward too, but I made it at a power forward just to try this out after I made a small forward, and I made a different build. I made a KD build, and that's most likely going to be the next video, so stay tuned and stay locked in for that. So I made him at a power forward, made him 6'8", 240 pounds, and a 6'9" wingspan. This stuff is important. This stuff is essential. If you don't do it like this, then your build is not going to be set up like this. This is very important. Now let's move forward. So to get started in the finishing category, we're going to have a 79 close shot, bam, and we're going to have an 88 driving layup. So you see, it's looking real good already. You got an 87 driving dunk. So this build has contact dunk capabilities. And we're going to have a 48 standing dunk, no big deal, and a 51 post control. It's going to be the worst part of your finishing. You're not worried about in the post. You're not worried about standing dunks. I mean, you can still get standing dunks since you are 6'8", but the main thing with this finishing, you got contact dunks, and you got an 88 driving layup, so that's giving you layup mix master on silver, float game on gold, and you will be getting physical finisher really high, if I'm not mistaken, but we're gonna see that whenever we get on through the build, man. 79 close shot, that allows you to get some really good attributes across the board. If you drop it any lower, you're gonna end up losing some driving layups, so I just went ahead and kept it at that 79, so you see what you'll be able to do, man. Like I said, you're gonna be finishing at an elite level. So now we can move on to the shooting. So in the shooting, we're gonna have a 79 mid-range, just good enough. We're gonna have an 89 3 ball though, just like the build that I'm running on right now with my two-way crafty 3-point sniper, I'm pretty sure. So that's gonna give you dead eye on silver with set shot specialist on gold, limitless on silver, shifty shooter on silver. That's all you're gonna need, man. That's all you're gonna need on this build. And I went ahead and gave him a 67 free throw. So nothing crazy, but you can definitely still shoot some free throws out there if you want to bring this build to the wreck. It might not be the easiest, but if you want to have a better free throw, then your attributes just not gonna be looking as good as they will be with this build, man. So this build, you definitely want to be taking this to the 1v1s. Definitely want to be playing 2s with it. Definitely want to be playing 3s with it. And in the wreck, it is viable, but you don't want to be getting fouled. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. At the end of the video, I'm gonna show you how you can really maximize your badges as long as you are leveling up in the season, so that you unlock your badge perks. Because if you unlock your badge perks through the season, and especially if you unlock the badge perks through your build specialization, you can really increase your badges a lot, where you really don't have to worry about creating a build with them at a really high potential like gold, hall of fame, or don't even think about legend, because you can get to your legend badges just with those badge perks. Now we can keep it moving to the playmaking, man, and let's see how we gonna be cooking out there. So this build is a do-it-all build, man. You're gonna have a 70 pass accuracy, so you're gonna be able to pass a little bit out there. You know, you're not just gonna be a turnover machine. You're gonna have an 86 ball handle, which is maxed out right there. And on your speed with ball, all you need is a 68 speed with ball. You do not need to go up to that 75 to get it on silver, because if you use your badge perks, then you can get it all the way up to gold. And at that point, you're gonna be good. Now, if you do want to go up to 75, where you can use your badge perks and get it on Hall of Fame, hey, be my guest. But just like with the shooting and the finishing, you definitely will not have a build set up how good this one is. You see, with your ball handle, you're able to get ankle assassin on silver, unpluckable on silver, handles for days on silver, and just wait on this strong handle, because we will be getting that on gold. And then with your pass accuracy, you're getting versatile, visionary, break starter, and dimer on bronze. I wanted to kind of go to 71. I wanted to go higher than a 70, but it just wasn't working. I wanted my build to be a little bit faster than what I had it at whenever I was able to increase the pass accuracy. So we're just gonna keep it at a 70 for right now, and we're gonna keep this thing moving. But look, if you made it this far in the video, before we get to the defense, man, I don't know what you've been waiting on, but make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and drop a comment on what you're thinking about this build, and go ahead and hit that bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video, man. I will really appreciate it. It's gonna go a long way. I know it means nothing to you to hit that subscribe button, but it means a lot to me and the channel. So in the defense, you're gonna have an 85 interior, and you also gonna have an 85 perimeter. So you're gonna have some good interior defense. You're not just gonna be a baby down there just letting people dunk on you and letting people just hit easy lays on you. And you also gonna be able to get you some body ups out there, be able to have challenger on silver, really be able to just do it all on defense. You're not gonna be elite, but you definitely not gonna be a pancake out there. Your steal is what we're not really worried about. We're gonna have a 59 steal, and we're gonna have a 78 block, which is gonna allow us to get high flying denier on bronze. But whenever we up that vertical, we're gonna have it on silver, and it's gonna give us that paint patroller on bronze, just to help you out getting those blocks or those contests at the rim, to be a real defensive player out there. But you see right now, like I said, you got challenger on silver, off ball pest on gold, and then whenever we get to our physicals, some of this stuff is gonna be increasing. Now, I did want to get a higher steal, but when it comes to defense, steals is one of those things that it's a choice. So you don't have to click X to try to get a steal. But when it comes to your interior defense, you need that for contest. When it comes to your perimeter defense, you need that so that you don't just get crossed out there, so that you can actually hold your own when. So somehow, the last thing I recorded, it was like a 6-minute clip, because it finished out the rest of this build and then went into showing you what I do with my badges and my badge perks. But somehow it got deleted, so I'm gonna just try to pick up where I left off at, man. So yeah, what I was saying, steal is the only thing out of the defense that's just a choice. If you don't have these other attributes up, then you're really gonna be at risk of not being able to hold perimeter defense. You're not gonna be able to get stops in the paint, and you're not gonna be able to block shots at all, whether you in the paint or if you're trying to go for a chase down block. But yeah, with all that said, man, we can keep it moving to the rebound. So in that rebounding category, we're gonna have a 56 offensive rebound, which, I mean, it's really nothing to worry about there. You're not really gonna be rebounding on offensive board, but you're gonna have an 80 defensive rebound, so that's gonna help you get them defensive boards, man. You're gonna have box out beast and rebound chaser on silver. Now, what I wanted to do was go and get gold, but you're gonna need a 92 defensive rebound just to get that gold rebound chaser. I was thinking that if I went to an 85, I'd be able to get it on gold, but you only get box out beast on gold. From what I was testing out, I can get better attributes if I just go ahead and put both of them on silver and just rock out like that. You'll be able to have a much more balanced build overall. So that's what I kept it at, man. It's still gonna be rebounding better than the build that I'm running on. My two-way crafty 3-point sniper, man, that's a lot to say in one word. I'll be forgetting that's the name of the build. But yeah, this build is definitely gonna be out there rebounding good, because I mean, I'm rebounding good with my build right now with bronze rebound chaser. So you're gonna be set to be rebounding out there. We can keep it moving to finish off this build and get to these physicals. So in these physicals, man, you're gonna have an 80 speed with a 76 agility, a 73 strength, and a 77 vertical. So you see, you're gonna have silver posterizer now, gold pogo stick, silver high flying denier, And that gold pogo stick is going to be huge for you to be out there getting rebounds and to be getting stops in the paint. Silver posterizer, so you're going to be catching bodies out there with that contact dunk on an 87. And plus, if you want to use your badge perks on posterizer so you can increase it to gold or Hall of Fame, you can do that too. Or that strength, you're going to have strong handle on gold, physical finisher on silver, post lockdown, brick wall, and a movable forcer all on bronze. With your agility, you got on ball menace, pick dodger, and slippery off ball on silver. And then with the speed, still slippery off ball on silver. So you see this build still gonna have some speed. You're not gonna be too slow out there. You really just gonna be at the sweet spot so you can have some speed and still have some great attributes in every single category. So that finishes out the build right there. You see dominant finishing, shooting lights out. You can dribble so you can get your own shot. You can hold defense on the paint and in the perimeter, and you can rebound, man. So let's go ahead and see what this build is gonna be called. Let's look at these shades. So you see we got Jason Tatum, Pascal Siakam, and Josh Hart. This build is called a two-way inside-out slasher. You see the go-to badges: set shot specialist, float game, and aerial wizard all on gold. You got a 3-point driving layup and driving dunk at an A-, but you even got more things at an A-. You see what the strengths are: confident scorer beyond the arc, lethal transition dunker, steady presence in the paint, and he moves like a wing. The weaknesses: struggles with vertical finishes. I mean, you can still get standard dunks, you're getting contact dunks. Your vertical is still all right. I mean, it's good enough to get silver posterizer, so I don't think that's nothing to worry about. And little offensive rebound and impact. I mean, who really cares? Just get back on defense, play defense, and grab that defensive board. But look, now I'm gonna show you what I would do with my badges on this build. So what's important about this build, for one, is your build specialization. So this build, I mean, you can do everything. It really depends on your play style. Now, you can never go wrong with getting the shooting build specialization, so you can get more shooting badges, or so you can get more shooting cap breakers. You can never go wrong with that. But I mean, if you wanted to have more finishing, you feel like your shooting is good and you want to be able to have more finishing cap breakers, then you can go with the finishing. Even the defense, with the defense is going to be the hardest one to get, but I mean, you can still, I mean, you can enhance your defense too. Even your playmaking, you can enhance your playmaking. I mean, your rebounding, anything, whatever your play style is. But I would say go for shooting, and if you don't want shooting, go for finishing. If you don't want finishing, then go for the defense. But for this specific one, I'm gonna look at the finishing, because the first time that I was doing this, I was thinking about doing the shooting, but when I was looking at those badge perks, you can't increase as much shooting badge perks as I'd like. So I'm gonna go with the finishing, just to show you what you could do out there. So for your, first of all, for these two, that's gonna be for your build specialization. What I would increase by 2 would be, and this doesn't have to be tier 1. You can do 2 tier 2 badges, or you can do 2 tier 1 badges, or 1 tier 1, 1 tier 2. But for this specifically, since I'd be going with my finishing, I would do layup mix master up 2, and I would go with float game up 1, because the floaters are so good this year. Or I would go with posterizer up 2, and then yeah, that's what I do. I go posterizer up 2, have my posterizer on Hall of Fame, and then I put layup mix master up 1 and have that on gold. And then for the tier 2 plus 2, which is just going to be a tier 2 badge, I will go with lightning launch, so I can get that on gold. Then for my tier 1 plus 2, I will go with shifty shooter, if I'm not mistaken, because I either go limitless, shifty shooter, or set shot specialist. So yeah, out of the tier 1, I would go set shot specialist, because if you go up 2, then you can get it on legend. So I put that as my tier 1 max plus 2. And then for my tier 2 max plus 1, what I would do is, we already got lightning launch up there, we already got layup mix master, so I would most likely do float game, or I will go high flying denier, so I could have better blocks. But that's really just up to you. But for right now, I'm gonna say I would go float game and get my float game on Hall of Fame. Then for my tier 1 badge plus 1, I would go with I've already got set shot. I would go with shifty shooter. Now, I would go limitless myself because I'm not really shooting shots like this. Now, if you're somebody that loves to shoot fades, go ahead and increase that shifty shooter up to gold. But for me personally, I'm going to go with limitless on gold. And then for my clutch gene tier 1, that's when I would put my shifty shooter at. And then for the tier 2, I would go with whatever I didn't do for the +1. So I'll probably go with either float game or high flying denier again. And then you got badge elevator perks as well, which if I'm not mistaken, all they do is increase a badge to its full potential, so you don't really have to grind it. So like something like let's see, something like unpluckable, where like you got to have people reaching at you for you to actually increase it. You can go ahead and knock that out. Or something like strong handle, or pick dodger, just something that you gotta, it's kind of tedious for you to go ahead and finish it. Or something like even pogo stick, because you get pogo stick on gold. That way you could go ahead and have that full. But that's really just up to you, whatever you want to do on that. But as far as the badges go, man, that's what I would be doing with all of my badge perks. And then if you got a crew, then you could do even more. But I don't have a crew, and most people are not gonna have a crew. But I mean, hey, if you got a crew, then you got even more that you can increase by 1 in your tier 1 and your tier 2. But that's gonna be the video right there, man. You see everything you'll be able to do with this build as far as the attributes go, as far as the badges go. But look, man, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you making it this far. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Make sure you drop a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell so you can be notified every time I drop a video, man. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'm out.